We are 4 games into the NBA Finals. We know what happened in Game 1. It was a Tyrese Halliburton clutch tour. This time he was performing in Oklahoma City, hitting that game-winning shot over Carson Wallace. Game 2, it was the SGA bounce-back game. He was able to get past his defender when 2 defenders or that extra defender steps up. He's able to make the right read, and players are actually knocking down their shots. And he's knocking down his mid-range shot. I believe that was a signature game from SGA at that point of his career. Game 2 of the NBA Finals, showing up, 38 points. Great game, phenomenal. Game 3, it was the Benedict Mathurin show. It was the Benedict Mathurin show. 27 points, efficient from the field, knocking down the 3, getting to the basket. The feeling in that building was electric. I'm talking as if I was in the building. I wasn't. I was watching from my phone. That's how electric that crowd was. And we know Indiana, they can get up and running. They can get up and down the court, and they can get the crowd involved. It's almost like a 6-man, the same thing that we see in Oklahoma City. But I believe the Indiana Pacers in Game 3, that was just amplified. And they win that game, in my opinion, shocked the NBA world. Not shocked the NBA world in the sense that nobody had them winning Game 3, or nobody had them winning 2 games in this series. I had them winning 2. I have them losing in 6. But the way that they did it, and the way that Benedict Mathurin showed up, and Tyrese Halliburton was finally aggressive, getting to the basket, making that right decision at the right time. Because when he gets to the basket, he's just not looking to pass right away. He's getting to the basket to score, but he's kicking it out to the shooters, and he's dumping it off, getting people the ball in the dunker spot, etc. Game 3 was exciting, and for everyone who was saying that this series is going to be boring, I don't want to watch it. I want super teams back. I want the Heatles back. I want Kevin Durant in a Golden State uniform, whatever. Just the joke's on you, because this series has been enjoyable, and it's so much at stake going into Game 4. Oklahoma City, when you lose Game 3, you know you have a 20% chance at winning the series. The team that wins Game 3 has an 80% chance at winning the series, and going into Game 4, you're down 2-1. If you lose this series, you probably have less than 1% of a chance at winning the NBA Finals. So a lot is at stake. This is more than just a game that just ties up the series. This is a game that you must win. This is almost a elimination game, because if you don't win Game 4, you might as well just chalk this season up. It's over. I don't think you can win a game in Oklahoma City, then win a game in Indiana, then win again in Game 7. All of this is on the line going into Game 4 a lot, because Indiana has just been playing pretty good, and they stole one in Oklahoma City, and they won Game 3. So going into Game 4, it is a must win. You have to win, Oklahoma. You have to. Game 4 is here. The first quarter did not disappoint. Unlike Game 1, we saw the jitters there. This time, we see Lou Dort score the first basket. Anytime Lou Dort scores the first basket, I'm usually thinking, okay, Oklahoma City is going to have a good night, because Lou Dort is not really settling for that 3, because he could put the ball on the floor. I mean, this was a guy who was a scorer in college. He can put the ball on the floor and get a layup. He did that to start the game off. And we see Indiana get that lead, that 8-point lead. Then Caruso, he comes down with this and one. Caruso was extremely aggressive tonight, aggressive in the first quarter. And we also see him do that Euro. TJ McCollum, who was playing good, getting to the basket, getting to that mid-range pull-up. First quarter was exciting. Second quarter did not disappoint. Oklahoma City Thunder really just going blow for blow. We see big plays, of course, the dunk from Toppin. Jalen Williams, who's getting to the basket to close that fourth quarter with that small hezzy, with that one-hand right layup. We see SGA getting to certain spots that he needs to get to. Even a post up on Nembhard right there, right there inside the paint. So first quarter and second quarter was exciting. It wasn't a ton of shifting that happened there. Not game, but Quarter three, we saw a shift. I saw Indiana just punch OKC in the mouth. They go up 10 points, the largest lead of the series. They're doing every single thing that they can do to slow down SGA. They're making it difficult. The refs are letting them play defense. They're letting them hound SGA. Basically, Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Siakam at times, they're letting them hound SGA. And they get this lead and they're knocking down shots. OB Toppin. I was literally thinking, okay, I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to do a video after this game. And this game would be called the OB Toppin game because he's playing good defense. He's being a good rim runner and roller to the basket after he's getting his screen and roll. Sometimes he's making the right decision with the ball in his hand and he's knocking down threes and the crowd is going crazy. I'm thinking this is the OB Toppin game in the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, Oklahoma City, they kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And I know a ton of fuss. I'm fast forwarding here. A ton of fuss around SGA, the way that he uses his body to create separation. Sometimes he's giving you a little chicken wing. We saw him give Nembhard that little chicken wing for that layup. I believe right there, the game kind of shifted Oklahoma City's favor. Things just started going their way. He gave him that little chicken wing, boom, in his stomach. He gets the little floater. And then, of course, towards the end of the game, we see SGA with the little push off on Aaron Nesmith. And he creates some separation. You can say that he traveled. He knocks down the shot. And one thing that's impressive about Shai that he's good at, I was talking to one of my friends about this. He was telling me like, man, I wish when I was growing up playing basketball that I was able to use my body the way that Shai used his body to throw off his defender, to create space and still make a shot. But that's difficult because when you bump somebody going full speed or you stop and bump somebody and then you try to regain yourself and balance yourself to knock down a jump shot, that's difficult. That is extremely difficult. And Shai can do that at the highest level. We can argue and say, hey, that's a push off. I believe it's a push off. And no, it has to be minimal contact. It cannot be on purpose. It cannot be intentional. And then it's not a foul. But every time we see that it's intentional, Shai is using that forearm to create separation. And he does. He does. He did that. Knocked down the shot.
Lead of the second half.
Game 4 became the SGA game. I know I was thinking it was going to be the OB Toppin game, but it really was the SGA game. They needed him to deliver in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes left. You score 11 points. Now we can say he was foul baiting on Aaron Nesmith, had his hand on his shoulders. He goes up. It's a foul. He's pushing off. He's giving chicken wings to Aaron Nesmith, chicken wings to Nembhard, and nobody is really calling these offensive fouls. We can cry about that, but the game is what the game is, and the refs, they didn't call that a foul. So you have to live with it. SGA was able to get to his spots and knock down those shots and knock down some very, very tough shots, but I still find it very frustrating that they didn't stick to what they were sticking with in game 3. Blitzing SGA on that pick and roll, not letting him go one-on-one, not letting him go ISO every single time and just have one defender. It was a ton of times he had one defender, Nembhard or Aaron Nesmith. That's it. Game 3, it was more blitzing off the pick and roll. We saw that one time when they stepped up a little, like it was almost like a soft blitz. He trips. He loses the ball. He turns it over. Layup. But they were more lax down the stretch, letting SGA go one-on-one. You cannot let one of the best one-on-one players in this era go one-on-one. It's just something you don't do. And they didn't stick with their guns. They didn't stick with the game plan at all. And he was good. You can just look at the box chart. Look at the mid-range shot. 6 mid-range shots, got to the free throw line, of course, 10 free throws. He's knocking down the free throws, of course, because he's a good free throw shooter. He's getting to the basket. And this time he wasn't even looking to make others better by being a playmaker and getting them open shots. He was looking to score down the stretch, and that he did. Jalen Williams, he was aggressive as well. Alex Caruso, the Caruso show showed up and showed out. When you needed him to do something, he was there to do it. Either it was a putback, a 3, a defensive stop, a loose ball. Just look at his shot chart. Good. Jalen Williams. He didn't play as well, but more aggressive. I'd rather have Jalen Williams shooting 44, 43, 45% from the field and being aggressive, as in getting to the basket. And Chet. Good defense by Chet on Tyrese Halliburton. Every time on the switch down the stretch in the third quarter, Tyrese Halliburton got past him one time, I think in the fourth quarter too, but down the stretch, he was able to contain Tyrese Halliburton. He wasn't able to get past him. Tyrese had to give it up. So great defense on the switch. When Chet was on Halliburton, he played great defense. He just played good defense. And they really didn't get out rebounded on the offensive end. I mean, I think they got out rebounded by 5. It wasn't by a large amount. I mean, 5 rebounds, 5 extra possessions. It's a ton of possessions in NBA basketball. So I guess I'll take that back. But see what Oklahoma City did and see what Shai did was impressive. This was a signature game by Shai. When they needed him the most, he showed up, he delivered. We can call it foul baiting. We can say this, we can say that, but the guy delivered when you needed him to deliver, and he did that. So game 4 was the SGA game. So far, we have the Tyrese Halliburton tour, game winner. Game 2, SGA bounce back game. Game 3, Benedict Mathurin game, who should have played more in game 4. I mean, yeah, he missed like 3 free throws in a row down the stretch in game 4. In game 4, the SGA game. Great defense by Chet. Great defense by Lou Dort. Great defense by Alex Caruso, who absolutely showed up, gave you 20 points. Like, what more could you ask for? Indiana had this game in their hand, but they could not deliver on the offensive end. They couldn't deliver in the half court sets. They needed to get out and run a little bit more, and they just couldn't because Oklahoma City, they were able to knock down shots and not turn the ball over so much down the stretch. When a guy gives you 11 points in the last 3 minutes, outscoring the entire team in the clutch, you don't have a chance at winning that game. Well, guys, let me know who you have as your finals MVP. It looks like it will be Shai if they win, but if they don't, we have to see Tyrese Halliburton, Siakam, Nembhard, Aaron E. Smith. I don't know. I'm just joking. But hey, guys, until next time, love God, love people. Peace.